If you're having coffee with me, I'd welcome you to my tangle of words. I would offer you your beverage of choice and also ask if you'd prefer to sweeten it with honey. Coffee with honey, maybe. How well do you know your honey? Can you tell real honey from not so real honey? So apparently, there's a new mafia around that is selling adulterated honey containing additives like sweeteners, sugar, and very little actual honey, known as honey laundering. Honey has quite a lot of health benefits, and its demand has led to a market which is being infiltrated by fake honey peddlers who can supply quantities of reasonably priced honey. Local beekeepers are being driven out of business by this honey laundering, which is actually a global pandemic. According to news reports, some of the adulterated honey is made locally, while some of it is imported from distant countries, and people are quick to trust imported products as genuine. Because of the way the economy is set up, people prefer to buy from informal traders whose products are usually cheaper due to their lower overhead costs. But it also means that the products are not regulated. I know someone who bought a case of cooking oil only to find that it was pineapple juice mixed with other things to look like cooking oil. If you're having coffee with me, I'd ask if you know any methods to tell what genuine honey looks like. I thought one could simply tell by looking at it that this looks golden gooey, so it's honey. But I've been wrong and was sold syrup. Imagine thinking you're cutting down on processed sugars and having honey as a natural sweetener, and instead it's just a golden honey flavored syrup. If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that it felt like the end of an era when I was walking through town and found that a favorite antique shop had closed down business after having been open since 1975. It used to be filled with an assortment of things, and as it was aptly named Treasure Trove, you can find some pre-loved things you might never find anywhere else. My favorite part of the shop was the book section, and if you were a regular, the manager would let you exchange titles for a small handling fee, of course. Given the current state of the economy, closure of the Treasure Trove feels like another candle being blown out. In the past week, the Zimbabwean dollar value has taken a nosedive. The rate on the black market is all over the place, and some shops have now stopped putting prices on goods, while others are now pricing goods exclusively in United States dollars. You only get to find out the local currency price when you inquire at the cashier, which makes shopping a bit of an extreme sport, with people fearing a return to the hyperinflation era of 2008. If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that the government has been trying out a cocktail of measures and threats to try and contain the situation and stop companies from profiteering and speculative prices that lead to inflated prices. There was also a bit of a scare the other week when a document that was said to be a communication from banks about how local nostro balances could no longer be used for international use, such as MasterCards. But fortunately, the document has been dismissed as uncalled for. The central bank has gone to great lengths to dispel the rumors of forex liquidity challenges and to reassure depositors not to worry, as their balances in banks are safe. The irony of things like this is that they're a self-fulfilling prophecy. People don't trust the system and have been burnt before. Anyway, from experience, when the government makes any statements, we brace for the opposite. They say by June the electricity supply would be stable, and I'm like typing this in the dark. They say by 2023 inflation will be down to double digits, and it's speculated to be 4 digits high. There's never smoke without fire. What's been going on in your neck of the